I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to jump over in a little bit though.
Yeah, no worries.
I
man.
want everybody to go check out my man. Yeah, no, because I've been on for 6 hours. Chat. We got a regular stream to do later. Yo, you gonna be on still?
Yeah, I'll stay on. I'm gonna do more war coverage. When you come back on, just let me know. Anytime you want to talk about this shit, bro, I could cover it all day.
Hey, Myron, you know you're my guy. Everybody who's watching me on Kick, I need you to go to what's your Kick?
It's Myron Gaines X. I could drop the link in here too.
Go to kick.com/Myron Gaines X. I'm about to go take a nap, and I'm about to do my dogs take a nap. I will be on later on. Obviously, we're gonna still be talking about this, but I'm glad Myron came on to give us like some really good, info.
I'll do more war coverage. And when you come back on, I'll give you updates. I'll give you a 24-hour like what's been going on, because I'm gonna I'm gonna be covering the conflict like hour by hour, what's going on and everything else like that. So when you come back, I got you. What time are you thinking to come back?
Well, my bosses are these fucking lunatics in the chat. So
just text me, bro.
They're mad at me. They want me to come on earlier, but no. I'm gonna let you know when. Here's the thing. I appreciate you so much. Yo, everybody who's in my chat, listen, man, y'all all know I fuck with Myron. He's a really smart guy, always been really helpful to me, always been really good to me. And when it comes to like these topics, when it comes to topics about law enforcement, he's always been there for us. This is one of those geopolitical global topics. Again, I think I try to do my best to give you guys a story of how you guys could understand this conflict. But if you really want to get in the weeds, which I know a lot of people who watch me, you guys want to really get in the nitty gritty and all the intricate details, you guys got to go check Myron out. Like he's gonna take you there. And I appreciate him for that. And
thanks for giving me the platform, bro. Because like I know you were kind of like, hey, I don't know this stuff or whatever, but dude, like our media purposely doesn't want you guys to know this stuff. So it's like I had to spend years researching this shit, talking to people that were in the region, talking to people, from different angles, like me understanding how the government works as well from, classification levels. Like this information isn't necessarily easy to find, and they've been suppressing it for decades, bro, for decades upon decades. So, like never be ashamed to ask a question or any of this stuff. Like this stuff isn't like, readily available in the West for a reason, dude.
Hey, I'll say this that pretty much crystallizes everything, right? I remember a couple, probably weeks or maybe months ago when we brought you on, and obviously we cover hip hop and we cover culture and we cover like just cultural and pop culture stuff. And I remember when things that came up that brought up some of these topics, we're like, man, fuck this. Like we don't want to talk about it. We're not that fond about it. We don't care about it. We care about other things. And as the world has gone on, because intuitively everybody who tunes into my stream or your stream, they're gonna care about something. You then realize that some of these things are unavoidable.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like ironic, even when I'm doing a bunch of research to kind of like get a good grasp of everything happening. And I'm like, I felt like some of this stuff was what I said on stream. I was like, I don't give a fuck about, but it's unavoidable.
Yeah. And
the reality is that, I've been saying to people, even when I cover like business stuff, is politics as usual. Like there's a lot of trickle down effect. So like, we could have these like really lower level conversations, but if we don't like kind of look up to say, why do we keep having the same conversations, or why are we talking about this, or who's influencing that? It kind of becomes a little bit redundant, and we're not doing our job. So
let me show you this right now. This is why your people should care. So right now, this is the price of a barrel of oil. So it's at we're looking at the 70 to 80 range. To put things in perspective, bro, it was like $50 before. So we're talking about a barrel of oil potentially getting to $100 very soon. And everyone is going to feel that shit at the pump, bro. So this is why like people should care about this stuff, because it will at some point have a trickle down effect and affect you. Like the war in Russia, the war in Ukraine, for example, like that increased the price of food because Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. So, we live in a globalized world now where conflicts in another part of the world will affect you. It might take some time, but it absolutely will come back and hurt you at some point. So that's why like people should pay a little bit of attention, especially to Middle Eastern conflicts when it comes to, because people will feel this at the pump and they will feel it in their energy bill. And it's winter right now. So it's, you got to pay for heat. Gas prices go up,
Hey, and that's where I think, it's probably a little bit of a, I've been departing from like maybe previously what I've said before. And I don't want people to think that, because the quickest thing I think your audience will is you're paid off, you're doing it. No, it's like the only reason like I've been tapping in a little bit more into this is because I'm like, respectfully, I'm never going to go to Iraq. I'm never going to Iran. Yeah. I'm never going to Israel. I really don't give a fuck. However, it is ignorant to think that not because you won't care or you don't want to indulge in whatever is going on there, it's not forcibly. Mm-hmm. And it's probably, to my dismay, forcibly affecting our politics and way of life, mm-hmm. from what stuff is going to be cost, and also for things that we're talking about. Like I'm, I did 2 days of research, you know what I mean? And I was thinking, I was like, all right, I'm going to come in, I'm going to give you like this great story and try to really like put this in a bite-sized format for my audience. And it felt really shitty that I had to come, and when I was trying to come up with, well, they're going to want to know why we're doing this. And I kind of got to just say something that kind of makes me feel like other creators who, they have a hot and cold relationship with them. I'm like, yo, they're kind of doing this shit for Israel, bro. Like, like this shit ain't got nothing to do with us, bro. Honestly, this shit ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, we're cooling. They're doing this shit for, and again, I'm not trying to go down that realm of just like, but brother, the truth is the truth. Like, these motherfuckers we're beefing with this damn country, going super hard. We're down to go kill all their leaders, this and third. But it's not out of fear that we're gonna die, and fear that these people are gonna become the superpower that topples us. It's because we like to keep our rank in that region, but our rank in that region is kind of tied to like this other country. And when they can't do some shit, we go do it for them, which is kind of shitty, but whatever. Yeah, right?
Bro. Like right here, like this shit was like $60 last week, bro. 60 or $50 last week. So like now it's up. This is the price of crude, right? WTI crude, $71. Brent crude, 78. Murbian crude, 79. So we're about to break into the $80 range for a barrel of oil, dude. So this is no bueno, and we will feel this at the pump very soon, if not today. And the markets, I'm sure the stock market is probably going crazy today. That's why they probably had this press conference today too. That's a big reason why they had this press conference. That's a big reason why Trump did the attack on the weekend.
Okay, let me ask you. That's interesting tidbit.
He did it during the 12-day war too. When we attacked that round before, that was during the weekend. Yeah.
I want to ask you this one question, and this will be the last question before we part. And it's me asking you as someone. I feel like we have a really dope relationship, but I'm asking you this question for the people. Mm-hmm. If you are one of those people that might come across and take the position that, hey, you know what? All right, kind of after evaluating everything with this, Iran situation is and third, it feels like our government is doing things that are benefiting other governments more than us. What is the solution in trying to shift course or have our government realize that respectfully, we give a fuck about what's going on in these 50 United States and the territories that we control. And not saying that we don't give a fuck about the world, because we have to, but how do we recenter our government or let them know that some of this shit, it feels like, because I feel like for the normal citizen, you're a little bit more concerned today, not because you ever thought, oh, Iran is about to fuck us up or they're about to do something to us. You're concerned today because you're like, well, we did to them, they got to get their get back. Yeah. Right? Like, it's like we have now fucked them up so much that if they got to do a overt act that makes it look like they reciprocally have given some aggression. And we're wondering where that stops at. So as the regular, constituent, we're like, we hope they don't think about hurting Americans that are civilians. What would you say to those people who are saying,
well, this is why I oppose this conflict so much. And like, this is why actually the CIA advisors warned Trump that killing Khomeini can backfire, because now he's not really like day-to-day military operations. He's more of a symbolic figure. So killing him is going to, make all the crazies say, oh, now we got to impose more damage. And here's the thing. This is the thing that scares me the most about this. Since we hit them the way that we hit them, they're not going to stop now until they make Trump regret doing this. And the only way that they're going to make Trump regret doing this is they're going to need to cause a lot of economic pain, political pain, and that's going to encompass killing U.S. soldiers, because they know that's what Trump can't sustain is American casualties. Because once the American public starts seeing more American flag draped coffins coming home from a war that we really weren't even involved in anyway, and that we fucking started, that is going to absolutely destroy him politically. And the Iranians know this. They know that midterms are this year. They know that the U.S. has no stomach for Middle Eastern foreign wars anymore. And they know that Trump cares a lot about the markets. So what are they going to do? Let's destroy his political aspirations and fuck him up in the midterms by killing U.S. soldiers. Let's go ahead and destroy them economically by shutting down the Strait of Hormuz and attacking their Gulf partners and spiking up the prices of oil. And then let's go ahead and fuck Israel up in the process because fuck those niggas. And that's what they're doing. The Italians reached out to them through back channels to see if they wanted a ceasefire. They said, fuck out of here, U.S. Like, that's literally what they said. Fuck the United States. We're not negotiating. So, and the thing that kills me is they literally told us and the Israelis that if either of you attack us, we are going to start a regional war. We are going to fuck you guys up financially, and we're going to create huge damage. So now at this point, they're going to attack on principle. And here's the other problem. These motherfuckers are religious zealots. They're not scared to die. like to them, it's like, oh man, I can die in Ramadan, like fighting the Americans and the Israelis. Let's go. So it's like they're bonded by religion, and theocracy. So these are very dangerous people to get into war with. And for them, now they got to get their get back, and they got to create political and economic pain. And this is why I'm pissed off, because I don't want American soldiers dying. Every time I see an American flag draped coffin, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is a guy that had a family, that had a mom, a dad, a cousin, friends. How are you going to justify his death? Oh, he died in an American base? Like, so giving support to the Lincoln or to the Ford to help Israelis strike Iran, which has no real threat to the United States. And you got people like Hexa talking about nuclear weapons when we had the ability to stop their nuclear weapons program or oversee it years ago. It's bullshit, dude. So they're not going to negotiate right now because now it's on principle.
Yeah, shitty. I hope we do get to a point where because I feel like the voice is getting a little bit louder, where we could say to our own government, like, hey, listen, with all due respect to what's going on in the Middle East, I don't give a fuck where. In South America, in the Caribbean, in Antarctica, obviously Greenland claimed that's supposedly that's like some, strategic whatever. But anywhere else, in these 50 states, if it's not to our complete benefit, we should probably just say, you know what, we're going to chill. And if any country could be reaping seismic benefits from our actions more than we are, we're fucking up.
Yeah,
and
that's a good point. Especially when we
I don't know how. I don't know how that gets communicated, right? Because, like you hear so many things that, oh, there's just powerful people that they're in the union. It feels like we're almost like we're compromised and we're like, infiltrated. But, I definitely hope in due time, I think the American people would probably hopefully see what's going on and speak to say, yo, listen, man, with all respect to these other countries, fuck them. Yeah. And when I mean fuck them, I mean all of them, whether it's Iran, Israel, whether it's Iraq, Afghan, we should be caring about us.
Yeah.
And what we care about is here, and we shouldn't be putting ourselves in, just interesting or not good situations for
putting ourselves in extremely politically precarious situations for no strategic benefit for a foreign nation. It's retarded. So but no, man, dude, I'll let you go to sleep. I know you're tired and stuff like that. I'll stay on. If you decide to come back on, I know you're probably tired as hell. I'll be here. I'll give you a quick recap of what happened in 24 hours. But now hopefully you and your audience kind of understands. I know I threw a lot at you there, bro. So but that's really how we got into this whole mess. It's a very complex situation.
Hey, that's why you're great. That's what I was trying to tell my audience. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you the 100 course. Okay. I'm going to break it down kind of on some, simplistic thing. You'll kind of know who's going against who, what the main issue is. But if you're really trying to get in the weeds, we got to bring Myron on. And it's the same thing. Shit, we should have did that for even the whole war against drugs, especially with the cartels, because that's a whole thing too.
We can do that. We can do that whenever you want. That's another one of my things.
That's such a huge thing, especially with this president, Claudia, or the Scheinbaum or whatever. Yeah. Like her like Ministry of Security or Secretary of Security is like the guy who no mentor tried to kill, like put 2 bullets in, like it's crazy shit. So anyway, I appreciate you, but I want everyone who's watching me, if you're watching me on Kick, thank you guys for tuning in. Make an account. Please hit the follow button here. But please, I'm about to cut my stream, and I want all you guys to go over to Myron Gaines. He does an amazing job. This is his specialty. I want to let y'all know this is. Hey, listen, I know you might have seen him shout at a couple of whores, but like that's what he does on the weekdays. Okay, that's his off time. Right here is where you're gonna get the real, in-depth intellectual breakdown that I try to give you guys for hip hop, but when it comes to geopolitical stuff, he's gonna give you for here. Okay, chat. I love you, and Myron, thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
And, I'll hit you on text, and I'll tell you when I'm getting back on. But please continue to cover this and keep doing a great job.
Yeah, we'll keep covering the war. So yeah, no guys, Myron Gaines X, come on over from Axe Squad. Act, thank you so much, bro. I'll catch you. All right, W Stream guys, W Stream. We'll continue on with the coverage. Shout out to Akademiks, the homie. It's always fun having him on. Let me get my camera on, guys. Give me 1 sec. I'm getting better with this Discord shit, though. I'm telling y'all, man, we're getting here.